Welcome to CUWFalcons.com. I'm Steve Schauer here, joined by football head coach Greg Etter after today's thrilling 31-28 victory. You could call it that. Coach, your initial thoughts on the victory?
Well, I'm happy for our football team. I'm happy for our coaching staff. All week long we talk to the kids about expect to win. There's a difference between hoping to win and expecting to win. And this was an evenly matched football game, as the stats show and as the scoreboard shows. And it's one play here, one play there. And we ask our players to believe in themselves, believe in their unit, believe in the other side of the ball, believe in their coaches. And tonight it paid off. We got up, we had some success, and then momentum changed a little bit. We had to make some plays at the end to get the momentum back. But our guys, I think they expected to win. I think they got on that bus. I think they expected to win. I'm very, very proud of that.
You said momentum change. You led in the first half 28-13. Offense kind of stalled in the second half. What was the difference, sir? Why did that happen?
Well, we came out and they made a few adjustments. I mean, they're a well-coached team. They've got very good athletes. They started taking some things away that we were having success with, and that's what you go in the locker room for. I'm disappointed in on the defensive side of the ball how we came out of the locker room. And we have practiced that as a football team. We can't come out flat. I don't care if we're ahead. I don't care if we're behind. We have to come out, again, expecting to play well, not hoping to play well. We have to make things happen. And they came out of the locker room on both sides of the ball and did that.
Offense today, there was 2 critical interceptions Austin Demashke threw. Defensively, you gave up quite a few passing yards, but you did get 2 timely interceptions. Aaron Craffle, Brian Thomas. You had some sacks in there that were right on key when you needed them. There were some mental errors, but you did have some positive plays. Do you go with the positive plays and look at the film and talk about those with your team, or do you talk about the negatives and try to fix those?
Well, obviously we're going to highlight the positives, but our job as coaches is to get mistakes fixed. And although they played hard, although that there's a lot of positive things, a lot of great things that we can take away from this football game, we have to tweak some things and get some things corrected. And, I'll start with myself. At the end of the football game, I should have ran the football and put the game in Gonzo's hand, and not give them the ball back. That's a mistake on my part that I have to talk to the staff about. But we always start with ourselves as coaches. What can we do better? How can we put these young men in position to win? And then we will trickle down into the individual things that we have to tweak on both sides of the ball and with the kicking game.
At one point in the second half, I was sitting next to the officials observing counting 19 penalties. I know it ended in the 20s somewhere. Some of those are just mental errors, the holding, the false starts. How do you correct those knowing that it's the first game? Do you practice differently, or what do you do? Well,
we take pride in being a least penalized football team in every game, all right? And whether they are good calls or whether they are bad calls, it's unacceptable. You're not going to win a lot of football games having that many penalties. And so we will go back and we will heighten our awareness. Again, starts in the film session and pointing out techniques that we have to do better, and we have to clean that up. And so although there's a ton of positives, again, that's one of the things that we have to clean up if we're going to, continue on this winning path.
The last drive of the game, you mixed some run and pass in there. You went for the touchdown once or twice in the corner on a fade route. Didn't work. Eventually put the game on the line with your senior kicker. Knowing what he's been through in his career, is that something that you can rely on, having that option to score points?
Well, absolutely. First of all, our senior kicker, for those of you that don't know, he got engaged last night. And so he's on an emotional high, and he's been through the test with us. And so we knew, we got good protection, we've got a good snapper, we've got a good holder. We spend as much time as anybody on that. And so I felt completely confident that had we not scored, that we can come back and put the ball in Gonzo's hands and get the game-winning kick.
All right, thanks, Coach. Stay tuned to CUWFalcons.com for a recap on this game and information on the rest of the season.